Hey there everyone, I'm sure a lot of you out there already have and love your PlayStation 4s. I know I do, but there is always room for improvement when it comes to any gaming system that's out there. That's why I have put together this list of accessories and devices that you need in order to really get the most out of your PlayStation. Also, if you like this video, be sure to like it and subscribe down below for more content. Or if you don't like the video, feel free to leave a dislike and comment what you think I could have done better. First up are the Sony Golds. This headset will run you about $90 at most retailers, and they are awesome. I own a pair myself, and not only are they extremely comfortable, but the sound quality out of this headset is phenomenal. On top of that, there's actually an app that can be downloaded onto your PlayStation that allows you to set specific presets for the headset itself, including action mode, peaceful mode, and my favorite, horror mode, which boosts the bass. The headset also has a built-in microphone that's not always in your face all the time, and has the option of being used as a wired or wireless accessory. It's a must-have for anyone playing online. Like I said, I used it myself, extremely comfortable. It's really, good for anyone out there that does play online or who's just trying to maximize their listening experience. Next up is an absolute must for anyone that digitally downloads their games, and who doesn't honestly. This is an external, or internal if you choose, hard drive. Me personally, I use the external hard drive and I absolutely love it. I needed it. I had a 500GB system and it just wasn't enough. It allows your PlayStation's memory to drastically expand so that you don't have to constantly delete and reinstall games that are over 50GB in size sometimes, which can take forever. Knowing me, I haven't always had the fastest internet speeds around, so that was always a major issue that I had. And it's, it really is as simple as plugging in your external hard drive into the USB port on the system. It's as simple as that. Your PlayStation will automatically recognize it and actually use that as extended storage for the system itself for all the games that you have. Speaking of USB ports, this leads us to another item that I always have linked into my system. And this is a USB 3.0 hub. Now this is a pretty self-explanatory item. The PlayStation 4 is a great system. One of its major flaws, though, and really every system has this problem, is not having enough USB ports. Sometimes I want to charge my controller while having my microphone plugged in, and really any other peripheral that goes with the system, like the driving peripheral or the headset or the PSVR peripheral. Anything that the PlayStation 4 allows for all uses USBs as a hookup, and when you have all those spots filled, it's very hard to do anything else with the system. You're going to very quickly realize that you're going to run out of ports. And that's where the USB hub comes in. Just like the external hard drive, you simply plug it into the system, and the PlayStation will recognize that that's a USB port hub, and it allows you to expand how many ports the system allows in. So now you can put in your Bluetooth flash drive, and you can put in your controller charger and any other peripheral linked into the system. I personally have one that gives my system an extra 4 slots. There are ones that have more out there. There's some that only allow for 2. There's even expandable pieces that you can hook into the front of your PlayStation that builds out for more PlayStation hubs. But it's an absolute must for anybody that's really running out of any port spots on their system. And now we're going to take a break and introduce some things that you don't necessarily need, but are actually pretty cool additions to the PlayStation system itself. And these tend to be pretty cosmetic. Now first, there are skins. Skins are actually pretty awesome. I never thought I'd use them myself, but then one day I just kind of sat down and said, you know what, they're not really that expensive, and I ordered a couple. I haven't looked back since, honestly, and now I own a solid white PlayStation and a shiny gold PlayStation 4 Pro. They're really easy to get on there. You literally just pull them off of the sheet and you line them up with your PlayStation and put them on. They look awesome. They're purely cosmetic, of course, but you know what? It's another item that fits into this category of like things that make your PlayStation just an awesome experience to play with. People will walk in, they see an all-white PlayStation, it just looks cool. Another thing that kind of ties in with cosmetic looks to the PlayStation itself is a stand for the PlayStation. Now this is for those people that really don't have as much horizontal space in a TV stand to use, or they just prefer the look of a console standing up kind of like a PC tower, so you can set it up, vertically instead of horizontally. Now, a lot of these stands, what's kind of cool is they actually include like built-in fans that can help keep your PlayStation cool while you're using it. I think that's actually pretty awesome. It's a pretty cool feature. Back onto the essentials. Remember the issue with having to charge your controller off the system and having to use one of your very valuable USB ports that just takes up a slot? Well, this solution comes in to help with that, and what I'm referring to is a controller charging stand. These things are actually pretty awesome, and not only does it just look better than a bundle of cords coming out of your system being draped over the couch or over the table or just running across the floor. I know that's a problem I have at my place, but it also acts as a place where you can consistently place the controller so that it doesn't get lost. How often have you guys put your controller on the couch or on the coffee table, walked out of the room or waited a day, come back looking for your controller, and you just can't find it? You're looking under stuff, you're looking under the couch, and your controller is just, I mean, it's lost. You can find it pretty quick, but it's an annoying thing that happens. And even if I have people come over and I'm looking for that second controller that I haven't used in a couple of weeks, well, it's kind of hard to track that stuff down. What's nice about this is it's a solid place just for you to put your controllers after you're done playing, and on top of that, it keeps them charged for you. Then there's the next one on the list, and this may seem pretty obvious, but it's still important enough to include, alright? And this is the PlayStation Plus feature that Sony offers. Paired in with some of the other accessories, this allows you to play games online with your friends or with random people. Really, all the games out there that are major: Call of Duty, Battlefield, Battlefront. This is what allows you to play online with everyone else out there. Now, PlayStation, on top of allowing you to play online, this is actually a newer thing with the PlayStation 4s. Of course, that's been out for a while. But this also gives you access to 2 usually pretty reasonable games a month. Games that you can play as much as you want as long as you have PlayStation Plus, just for having the service. It's something that Sony allows kind of tied in with it. Now, I think that's necessarily a bad deal. Some people do get a little bit worried about that. As we all know, the PlayStation 3 never charged for this service, but with the PlayStation 4 giving you 2 free games every month for a service that could really cost as low as around like $5 a month if you pay it annually, it really isn't that bad of a deal, and it's an absolute must for anyone that really uses their PlayStation quite a bit. Now that pretty much sums up our major list, but there are a couple more things that you can get to really improve your PlayStation experience. The first of which is, of course, the PlayStation VR headset. It's something that Sony kind of has a complete monopoly over when it comes to home consoles as opposed to PC. This is something that I own myself, and honestly, I think it's awesome. It doesn't quite match up with something like the Oculus or the Vive, which I've used. It still gets the job done, though, when it comes to immersing you inside of a game, especially when it's paired up with other peripherals that Sony also offers, like the PlayStation Move controllers. Games that use the headset and the Move controllers, they just work extremely well, and it's extremely immersive. And then you can even tie in other things like Logitech's Driving Force G29. It's a racing wheel that links into your system and allows you to use it like a car in racing games. Paired in with the PSVR, it's extremely immersive. And even on top of all of that, the PSVR also allows you to watch 3D Blu-ray movies using the headset. I've used that to watch Star Wars Force Awakens. It looks amazing. And when you take all these accessories and match them up with something like the PlayStation 4 Pro, then the amount of immersion and the amount of fun you can really get out of your home console experience is just limitless. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. If you did enjoy the video, I would really appreciate a like or even a dislike and a comment telling me what I can do better. I love the feedback. If you enjoyed the content and want some more, be sure to press that subscribe button below. We all know how important that is for people that do make content on YouTube. So until next time, guys, you have a great night.